Hello, Soaring Hawk community. My name is Mr. Neville, and I am the proud principal of Soaring Hawk Elementary, if I haven't met you yet.
Oh, I'm Stacy Robertson. I'm the assistant principal. Welcome.
And this is something new we're trying this year. This is our first ever video blog, professional or personal. We're just trying to find different ways to connect with the community, connect with the staff, connect with the students. So our goal is once a week we're going to put out 5 to 10 minute video blog just talking about things that are on our mind, things that are going on at the school, great things that our students and teachers are doing. We hope that you like it. We are open to feedback. We're going to send this out to you each Friday is our hope. And if there's something you want us to talk about, send it our way. We're open to topics. This week we're going to focus on habits of character, which you heard about at Back to School Night. My written blog was sent out earlier this week, and I put some information in there about that. So please check that out if you want more information. And really, we just want this to be conversational. We want this to be fun. So if it's not meeting your needs, let us know, and we'll do what we can to address topics that you guys find important. Mr. Robertson, any fun things you noticed this first week of school that you want the community to know about?
Oh, I loved the energy of the first full week. There's so much going on right now. The kids are so excited, and just being able to interact with their teachers and have a great time with their teachers. They're doing a great job. So thank you, parents, for helping get them ready for school. I know sometimes August is an early start. It is for me as well, but they did a great job. I love going into the classrooms and seeing what's going on, and I look forward to seeing all the cool things that continue to happen throughout the year.
A huge thank you to the welcoming committee, first
Yes.
ever welcoming committee. Mr. Robertson and a group of parents got together and they said, hey, we want to make new families to Soaring Hawk really feel welcome. They did a fantastic job. You'll see them around wearing yellow t-shirts. They're a group of parents that love Soaring Hawk and want other people to love it too. So if you have questions, Mr. Robertson and I are available. That's a great group. You'll see them, like I said, wearing yellow t-shirts. They're the only ones that will have those particular t-shirts. So please ask them any questions that you have. And thank you to that group. Really, really fantastic start. Barbecue was great. Great to see everybody at Back to School Night last night. Hopefully you saw some really cool things that are going to be happening. We've really tried to get some new resources in the building, breathe some life into some of the stuff that we're doing. We're interested in how your kids are responding to that, so please let us know. Got some new teachers in the building. Yes. Mrs. Dupree came back to us from a little hiatus. She's back in 3rd grade. And 2 new folks up in 6th grade, actually 3. Mr. Mancuso came to us midway through last year, but first full year with us. And Mrs. Muse and Mrs. Clark, great teachers, lots of experience, really excited to have them on board.
Yes. I'm just so happy, and I wanted to mention the welcoming committee by name. Holly, Claudia, and Aaron, thank you for all your hard work. We really appreciate it. As Mr. Neville said, it was awesome, and we had some really great feedback from the kindergarten parents. We had coffee and Kleenex for the kindergartners as they started on Monday, and we had a really nice turnout, so we want this to be even larger year by year. So we're looking forward to seeing it grow every single year and become a part of who we are at Soaring Hawk.
Really exciting to have the kindergartners in the building this week as well. It's always a fun time. It's a little emotional for parents, a little emotional for kids, sometimes a little emotional for Mr. Neville, but I held it together this week. But welcoming the kindergartners in and just seeing them get excited about school and just meet new friends and share all of the cool things that are going on in their classroom was really special. So really great.
Yeah, I wanted to share a little bit about why we're wearing these glasses right now. We just decided to put these glasses
stylish
on.
glasses.
For those of you that don't know, we have a solar eclipse happening Monday, and so what we decided to do as a school is we decided to purchase these glasses for every staff member, every student within the building. And then what we wanted to do is we wanted to have our community come share that opportunity with their children with us. So we're going to have a picnic on Monday. The picnic will be from 11 to 12:30, and we'll have sack lunches provided by cafeteria, but what we're really wanting is like a picnic lunch. So if you want to bring a picnic lunch with your children, you can eat with them and have a great time outside watching the eclipse. Make sure that your children are wearing these glasses. We have enough for our staff and students, so if you are coming or you're bringing siblings or other family members, please make sure that you have your own safety glasses, because we want to make sure that everyone's being safe as much as possible when they're outside.
Yeah, we did make sure that the glasses met the NASA-approved guidelines. Teachers will be talking to the students about the importance of not looking up into the sky without the glasses on. Specials team will be doing a little bit of that today. Just don't want anyone to get injured, and we want it to be a fun experience. Peak time for the eclipse in this area is going to be about 11:46 a.m. So we'll picnic, we'll have a great time, really build community out on the field. We'll watch the eclipse. We'll actually get pretty close to a full eclipse from what I understand in this area. And it should be pretty cool. Really memorable experience. Probably stay out on the field about 12 or 12:15, then we'll go back in, go on with our day. So please come join us if you want to. Some parents have asked about excused absences and things. If you are traveling to see the eclipse, absolutely, please do that. Great experience for you and your family. If for any reason you are uncomfortable with your child participating in this, please just let me know. You are welcome to keep them home, or we can keep them inside the school. But hopefully, with the glasses, we can get as many kids participating as possible, and it should be fun.
They work very well too.
If you're looking at the sky, wear the glasses. If you're looking down to eat your lunch, you can take them off. So yeah, Mr. Robertson, habits of character. So many of our people in our Soaring Hawk community are familiar with this idea of SOAR squared behavior.
Yes.
And that's something that we've done a lot in the past few years. But last year, our staff, we really decided that maybe it wasn't meeting our needs. So can you talk a little bit about the process that we went through to really make this big shift?
So one of the things that we did last year is we talked about what an ideal Soaring Hawk student would look like, not just for us in the building, but as they grow older, as they leave us to go to middle school, high school, college, adult life. Could we recognize a Soaring Hawk student in the world? And we talked about what traits would help us identify those kids. And we as a staff, we really came up with some traits that we thought would really identify these kids outside the world. And what we did as a smaller team, our building leadership team, we took all that feedback and we kind of pared it down. We moved some words around and really came up with descriptors for these habits of character that would describe students from kindergarten through 6th grade. And the cool thing about it is that in kindergarten we have expectations, but they're not the same expectations as a 6th grader or a 5th grader. So in kindergarten, we expect you to tell the truth. But in 6th grade, there is telling the truth, but also taking responsibility for your own behaviors and taking ownership of your behaviors and coming up with solutions and resolutions to issues that might come up. So that was kind of the starting point of that, and we came up with 5 key habits that we think would be perfect for our kids at Soaring Hawk and our staff at Soaring Hawk. And we're hopeful that this language is also used at home by moms and dads and families as they're talking about school and life and things like that. So we have compassion. I have the courage to care about myself and others. We have being a resilient explorer. I have a growth mindset, taking those risks sometimes. Integrity. I do the right thing at the right time when no one's around. Contributing citizen, I'm responsible and respectful, and then being an active learner, I play a crucial role in my learning. So those are the things that we have as our 5 habits of character that we're going to focus on every single week, every single month. And so what we're also going to be doing is each month we'll have a focus, and each month that focus we will kind of flood with our habits of character recognition. So there is a paper slip recognition, but we also have, so that moms and dads, anyone who's in a building that they see some kids displaying that habit of character, we have QR codes. And so what moms and dads and families can do, they can either use their cell phone to use a QR code reader, or all the iPads in the building, they have QR code readers on them. So if you want to recognize someone, you can do that, and it gets back to the teacher, it gets back to that student, that child as well. But each month what we'll do is we'll gather the entire building into an assembly where we recognize every single one of these children who were awarded or given one of these habits of character slips. And then what we're also going to be doing is each classroom will select 2 of those kids, and they will get a special honor. Maybe they will get to come up on the stage, and maybe they will have their picture taken, and we'll hang them up in the hallways, just so they have that extra special recognition, because there are these kids, they do the greatest things every single day, and they don't always get recognized for it. So that's why we wanted to do something like that.
Yeah, and I think we really felt as a staff that it was important to be purposeful in character education and using the structure of crew that we started last year to make sure that we're teaching kids explicitly the behaviors that we expect and the type of people that we want them to be. I was just reading an article recently on the internet. I don't remember, it might have been Forbes magazine or one of these business magazines talking about the skills that employers are looking for, and really the type of character that a person has is becoming even more important than the skill set that they have, because employers are willing to train people, but they want people who are good people first, willing to work with others, willing to grow, and people that will do the right things and take an active role in their learning, and in a lot of cases they're finding that to be a better predictor of success than just academics or just the skills that you come into the work environment with. And I think that a lot of you that are in the working world in our community probably notice that the folks that are the easiest to work with are sometimes the folks that are the most successful, because they have embedded within them some skills and some internal traits that really drive their behavior at work and really helps them be successful. So really that's our goal here, is working together as a community to create students where I want the Castle Rock Middle School administrators to know the students that came from Soaring Hawk just by their behavior. And when they get to Castle View High School, I want them to look at our students and say, wow, that student must have came from Soaring Hawk, because Soaring Hawk kids, that's the way that they behave. And we've just put some words to it. We're going to do some explicit teaching of those in our crew circles. That we'll have a weekly focus, like you said, monthly focus, and we're just going to cycle through these and continue to teach the behaviors that we hope to see. And those are outlined more specifically in the rubrics that were shared with you at Back to School Night. I put a link to it in my blog, so check that out. And they're all I statements about things that we want students to be doing that would show integrity, that would show that they're an active learner, that would show that they're a contributing citizen. And we really hope that you as parents can use these words when you talk to your kids, because the other thing that we didn't talk about is, often when students come to our office, Mr. Robertson and I use what's called restorative practices. We're not really into punitive consequences. There's consequences, but we always try to work through it first and use it as a learning opportunity. And so part of that is we have the students reflect on their behavior. And a thing we're going to add this year is we're specifically going to have them reflect on the habit of character that they didn't show when they made a poor choice, so that we can loop that language in and say, okay, what do you need to do to make it right, and what types of behaviors do you need to demonstrate that would demonstrate this habit of character, and really use it, as I said, as a learning opportunity. So feel free to use these words at home. If you want more conversation about how we go about that and why, hopefully, if your child has gotten in trouble, you've realized that it's not the old paradigm of being afraid to come down to the principal's office. We're here to help. We're here to grow kids. We're here to grow them as humans, and we really take pride in doing that.
Well, I think once they do that, they take ownership of it, then they realize it's their behavior, then we come to the point where it's their decisions, their solutions, and those are the things that actually stick, is when it's coming from them as opposed to coming from us as the leaders of the school or from their teachers. It is them that are making the decisions about how to repair or make things right.
Sure. And, as we said before, if you need anything at all, please reach out to your child's teacher. If you need something from us, please reach out. We're always here, phone call or email away. We try to get back within 24 hours. We're generally pretty good at that. But if you don't hear back, just send us another email. We really are trying. Sometimes we get busy, unforeseen things happen. It's not a personal slight. Just let us know that you really need us, and we'll do our best to get back in a timely manner. Teachers should do the same thing. We've about 24-hour policy. You heard about that last night. And if it's an emergency, just call the office and say, hey, I need Mr. Robertson or Mr. Nova right away. We're happy to help in any way that we can. Please contact us with any questions. As I said, if you have interests in particular topics that you would like us to talk about, we're happy to do that. And episode 1 in the books. We will see you next week.
Thank you. Bye-bye.